was an at-risk youth, and I was going down the wrong road. We just got to reach out and help.
Konakai Coffee Company started in 2007. I always had an interest in coffee, and Michael wanted to do something that reflected his culture. The whole philanthropy portion came a little bit later, but it was kind of always in the works.
When you have a child who is homeless, I think it's the duty of us to help those that are begging for help.
We were already training people and doing this work here at Konakai, but we realized starting a nonprofit was the way to go.
There are 22,000 homeless school-age children in Washington State.
Our goal is always to hook up with like-minded folks with vision and passion.
They have this gift that they want to give back to the South King County community, and we have these clients with needs.
South End does not have job training programs, especially for young people, and so they are filling a need that is severe right now.
They've been teaching me barista skills,
how to time my espresso shots,
customer service,
how to make a sandwich,
how to use a cash register,
latte art.
The confidence that they build is phenomenal.
When I talk to their caseworkers, they've told me that the kids are sometimes like different people.
Nathaniel, he is from a very highly at-risk population, affiliated with a gang.
There's still a lot of things I need to fix up in my life still. Like, I really relate to Michael and some of the stuff he's been through.
Most of them are successful in finding employment within 3 or 4 months after they're done.
Now that I see, the benefits of working hard in this kind of place, I'm ready.
Michael and Miriam have done such a phenomenal job. They've made so many personal sacrifices and sacrifices to their business to make this work.
There's always somebody who has reached out and gave somebody the opportunity to make their lives better. This is what we were meant to do.
In the restaurant community, it's so simple to help those in need. I read the local newspaper every morning, and I read an article saying that Crisis Ministries, which is one of Charleston's big shelters, was having to close down their food service 1 day a week. And I thought to myself, this is insanity.
It was somewhat gut-wrenching and very emotional because we have existed for 27 years to feed people and to help people in need. And we were faced with balancing our budget, and one of the decisions that we made was to simply cut out a meal once a week.
And the idea came to me, let's take up the challenge of feeding those people 1 day a week, 52 weeks a year.
Mickey called me one morning and he said, hey, listen, I think I have a really good idea. Why don't we get one restaurant, a restaurant from our community, 52 total, to feed the need once a week for the year.
Mickey reached out to our chefs and our restaurants in the city, and not one person said no. And they were like, we'll be there.
I love the idea because it was so grassroots and so hands-on.
The first one that we did, Mickey and I were in the kitchen, and for as far as we could see, around the street and around the corner, there was a line. And for 2 solid hours, we were feeding people and feeding families and children. We fed over 400 people that day.
It kind of has a reverse effect on you. You become the one that's grateful that you have the ability to do that for them. I mean, I usually leave there, go in my car and cry. I get emotional thinking about it.
Every single Wednesday, a different restaurant walks into a shelter and opens their hearts to those that need it. Feed the Need is something that could be easily executed anywhere in any city in America. Every day I am just overjoyed to be part of a community that without hesitation said, we can help. That's the greatest feeling, to be part of a group like that.
This is the place for smiles.
We started back in 1949 as basically a car hop.
61 years later, we have 73 restaurants now across 3 states. We're a familiar friend. People trust us as a place to come with their family and have a great meal. So we should really support them outside of our restaurants too, and that's a commitment we take really seriously. Caring for Kids started as a really simple idea in 1979 with one of our servers. She was really passionate about giving back to the community and decided to have a fundraiser to raise money for the Children's Hospital of Pittsburgh Foundation. The next year, she challenged her peers to do the same.
The Caring for Kids campaign is truly a grassroots effort. Our employees get real excited about raising money and using their own creative talents.
This is our largest fundraising campaign of the year. It's something that everyone in this company looks forward to.
They just cannot wait to get it started. They just, can't we start it sooner? Can't we start it sooner?
And it turns into quite the competition.
We do a sportsman's giveaway, we do a holiday bash, we also raffle things off at the restaurant, like Steeler baskets, we do a roundup, we're rounding up your change for Children's Hospital. We also sell car tickets.
The waitstaff here set aside Tips for Tots, where they set aside a day to give their tips to support Children's Hospital. That's an enormous contribution.
The great thing in raising money for Children's Hospital is it helps kids, and we're a family restaurant chain, and we know a lot of people that have been treated at the hospital.
This campaign has a special meaning, and that special meaning is my daughter Nicole. She had neuroblastoma, and the hospital was right there for me. That is definitely why I am willing to do whatever it takes to help them.
The Caring for Kids campaign is a success for one reason, and it's because of the dedication of our team members.
These people are so dedicated to this, and they work so hard. I am absolutely thrilled that Eaton Park won this award, and I can't think of any organization that deserves this more than them.
When one of those kids looks at you with these big eyes and hugs you with tears in their eyes, yeah, that's pretty fulfilling. We started with a little 100-seat restaurant kind of on the edge of nowhere in rural Davenport. Today we're in 6 states. We operate 17 restaurants and 12 hotels. Our Machine Shed restaurant in Appleton, Wisconsin was involved with a ranch that served at-risk kids, and we saw what was being done there, and we said, we need to do that here in Iowa. And then one day, somebody called me out of the blue and said, I heard you want to buy a ranch. People think of Iowa as flat. The ranch, there's nothing flat about it. It's rolling hills with a big lake, and we have 40-plus horses. Just a beautiful place for kids to come, and that's what we do here. We want to try to take kids that are hurting, that have been abused, and we take them in for 10 years, a 10-year program where we work with them, let them know that we love them and that there are people here that will help them. People will say, how do you work with your wife every day? And we've worked together now for 32 years. And Kim certainly takes the lead on a lot of things, including the charitable efforts that we do. She's right in there most of the time doing more of the work than I am.
These kids, when they come to us, they haven't been in this type of setting. They haven't been able to swim in a lake. Then you enter horses into the mix.
The kids have an unbelievable connection with the horse, and they feel very empowered when they can control an animal when they can go through a cone or over a fence. They feel very proud.
I see front and center how these kids are impacted. I see how lives are changed. That's what the ranch is all about.
We had one young man tell me that he was the first male in his entire family to ever graduate from high school. He was the first one that wasn't in the criminal system by the age 17, and he's proud of that. And just that one person, that one young man looking at me, all the things we've done on behalf of this ranch was worth it with just that one smile.